Dissertation candidates, Jody and Natalie and Janet, hello. Dr. Palermo with a week 5 video that is primarily a preview of our next time together, February 23rd and 24th. And one task that I want you to add to your pre-proposal that I hope will be of benefit to you in your dissertation work. In week 5 in Blackboard, you have this prompt, which I have turned off on the grading, but I do want you to look at, revisit the conceptual framework, please, and don't post a response, but watch the short video and think about how the curriculum content in this course and program are reflected in that conceptual framework. And here is the task for this week 5, and again, prior to our session, February 23rd and 24th. I want you to make a chart, a table, and you may have already done this. It's explained, or there's a section in Cresswell that talks about a methodology action plan, but basically, I hope, again, that this isn't the first time that you've heard me say something like, you need to match up your research questions with your methodology. Chapter 1 and Chapter 3 have to be parallel in terms of thinking about what do I want to know. Chapter 1, research questions. What are my research questions? And Chapter 3, how am I going to answer those questions? So this chart and table, not longer than a half a page or so, needs to identify and clarify just what tools or processes you're going to use to answer those questions. Several of you are leaning qualitative, and it's quite possible that the answer to the question, how are you going to answer these questions, is going to be with tools like surveys, observations, focus groups, interviews. Perhaps you're collecting data like behavioral data, or responses from folks on surveys. A whole lot of the answers are going to be responses from folks on surveys. So Chapter 3 in your methodology should line up then with your questions in Chapter 1. If you haven't already made a table like this, try your hand at it and load a copy here in the week 5 dialogue post so that I can look at it prior to the weekend. But I would like to lay these things out and have a discussion with all of you about your methodology action plans in the dissertation. And that's what it's asking for here. Please write if you need more clarification. I'm still reading and going to provide feedback to you on your pre-proposals, but pre-proposals and methodology action plan are going to be some of the big rocks that we'll tackle in our weekend together, February 23rd and 4th. See you then. Have a good week.